What if Merlin Entertainments sell Alton Towers? Over the last couple of months on social media, there has been a lot of comments from roller coaster enthusiasts saying that they hope that Merlin sell off Alton Towers to another theme park operator that will invest more into the park and will do this and will do that. But is it even possible, and is it even realistic? And that is what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Before I get to the subject of who might buy Alton Towers and who I'd like to see buy Alton Towers, let's talk about the possibilities and the realistic situation that we're currently in with this. Merlin Entertainments do not own the land at Alton Towers. They own and operate the theme park business, but they do not own the land. Alton Towers, the land, is Alton Towers with or without roller coasters. It has been for a very long time. But Merlin do not own that land. It has been on a lease agreement since the 2000s. I believe it might be 2007. I might be a little bit out on that, but it has been on a long lease agreement since the 2000s. Right, let's have a look at who I think could buy it and who I think definitely won't buy it. And we'll start with the who I definitely think won't buy it. Disney. No chance. Why on earth would they want Alton Towers? Not going to happen. Universal Destinations and Experiences. No chance. They're opening their own theme park resort in the UK in a couple of years' time. They've got thriving theme park resorts all over the world. Why on earth would they want Alton Towers? Not going to happen. What about Six Flags? I just don't see it, to be honest. Could you see that happening? I can't see that happening. Purely because of how much money they would need to invest into Alton Towers. Are they going to do that? I doubt it. Just don't see that happening. So straight away, I'm ruling out Disney, Universal, Six Flags. Don't see any of those going anywhere near the ownership and operation of Alton Towers. So let's talk about some rumours. We all love rumours at this time of the year in the theme park space, don't we? Because there's not a lot else going on. And of course, there's lots of rumours about who might buy Alton Towers. And the first one is that I've seen mentioned is the people behind Efteling. Don't see that happening, to be honest. I could be well wrong with this, but due to the way that they are managed, owned, operated, I just don't see it. Now, Efteling is a theme park that so many people love. They love the fairy tales, the storylines, the theming, the rides. And yes, I can see it working for them at Alton Towers. It's a very, very similar sort of setting. But with the way that that company is owned, managed, operated, just don't see them going anywhere near Alton Towers. This could be one of those videos though, where in a couple of months' time or a couple of years' time, people are coming back in the comments and going, Scott, you got this well wrong about Efteling. But honestly, don't see it happening. The rumour is out there, but I don't see it happening. The other rumour out there is Parque Reunidos. This is the company behind Park Warner Madrid, for example. They own a lot of theme parks in Europe. They did own a lot of theme parks in America too, but they've recently sold a lot of those, or all of those, to the Merlin Entertainment Group. We'll get to those later. Parque Reunidos. Would it work at Alton Towers? Potentially. They are a company that looks after their theme parks. They keep them clean. But do they invest a lot? Not really. I mean, look at Park Warner as an example. Batman Gotham City Escape opened in 2023. The last roller coaster that opened there before that was in the 2000s. A long time ago. Another example of Parque Reunidos ownership is Movie Park Germany. They bought this park in 2010. Since then, they've put in 3 new roller coasters at Movie Park Germany. When I went to this park a couple of years ago, it had a really interesting vibe to it. The areas that they've invested into were absolutely lovely. Like, they look like they'd fit into some really high profile theme parks around the world. But the areas that were old and hadn't been invested to, they weren't great. So it felt like a park in transition. And Alton Towers needs a lot of investment. So it could end up in a similar situation as Movie Park Germany, where if they were putting new stuff into it, if they were to take it on, then there'd be areas that look absolutely fabulous, but then they would have to quickly get around the other areas of the park to get them up to scratch. Otherwise, it could have a very mismatched feeling about it. Do I think these are a possibility to take on Alton Towers? I don't think it's impossible. They've taken on a lot of European theme parks over the last 10-15 years, and I don't see Alton Towers as being impossible in that. Moving on then to Hershend Family Entertainment. They have recently bought some American theme parks off Parque Reunidos, which is why I don't think they'll be very quick to throw more money at more theme parks to get under their umbrella. They are, of course, the owner of Dollywood and Silver Dollar City, two of the most loved theme parks in the world, but they also have Kennywood and other properties under their name which aren't quite as well regarded as Dollywood and Silver Dollar City. Can I see these taking on Alton Towers? No. Have I heard rumours that they might be looking at it? Yes. So who knows? But I can't see it happening. I think out of the three that I've mentioned so far, Parque Reunidos probably are the most likely. But again, with it only being rumours and Merlin not publicly being up for sale or Alton Towers being up for sale, I don't know if there's any movement on any of this. But the rumours are out there and I thought, why not talk about it? We love a bit of speculation here on Your Experience Guide. Moving on again, this company hasn't been rumoured, but I'm going to throw it into the mix anyway because their name does come up quite a bit when theme parks are for sale, and it's United Parks and Resorts. This company is most known for its ownership of SeaWorld Orlando, Busch Gardens Tampa, and other SeaWorld and Busch parks and other parks and attractions under their name too. Could I see this working for Alton Towers? Well, they'd get lots of investment, but operationally, if you think things are bad now, just imagine what they'd be like with those one train ops on an August Saturday. Not good. I have been to SeaWorld Orlando and Busch Gardens Tampa quite a lot over the last 3 or 4 years, and every time I go, I'm certain that operationally these parks get worse every time, and not just from a ride operational point of view either. Catering is terrible. Like there was a visit last year at Busch Gardens where we had the all-day dining thing and literally nowhere that accepted it was open. We went to SeaWorld Orlando the next day and had the exact same problem. If we'd have known this before we were going to buy the all-day dining things, we definitely would not have got them. But we bought them thinking, yes, this is a great idea, long days in these theme parks, and just nowhere was open to use them. And it was like, well, what's the point of this then? So we still ended up having to pay for food, even though we'd bought an all-day dining thing. So operationally, United Parks and Resorts, I don't think it'd be a good idea for Alton Towers. Considering how busy Alton Towers gets, yeah, I don't think it'd be a good thing. Like, it really would not be a good thing. If it comes to it that Alton Towers can be sold by Merlin, and it does actually become a real possibility, well, whoever takes it on, they've got a big job. The Alton Towers ride lineup is aging. It needs change, it needs investment, it needs a lot of investment. From all points of view, Alton Towers needs a lot of investment into what it has and into new stuff. Ride lineup, catering, entertainment, transport infrastructure, the car park situation, the whole park and resort needs so much money spending on it that I'm just not sure anyone who is going to look at buying it is going to think, you know what, yeah, let's take it on because we need to invest X amount of money into the rides, this amount of money into the hotels, this amount of money into entertainment and everything else. I just don't see it being an exciting prospect unless someone is willing to throw 200, 300 million at it to try and get it back up to being a world-class theme park or considered to be a world-class theme park. Who's got that kind of money that they're going to want to invest into a theme park in the UK when Universal are coming here? And of all the options there to take on Alton Towers from Merlin, will Alton Towers be in a better position with any of those in charge? It's really hard to say at this point because there's no standout where you'd go, yes, this group of people or this company are going to come in and invest the money that Alton Towers needs. I'm just not sure it's going to happen. It almost feels like a similar situation to my football team, Manchester United, where the owners have actively been looking to sell for a while now, but all the talk of get them out, but no one's actually come and actually bought them out. because the company, the football club, needs so much investment, and it's a similar situation where you look at it and go, it needs X amount of money spending in every department to make it better and successful again. Who's got that money? Who wants to invest that money? There's a lot of risk involved with it, and I'm just not sure that Towers will be better off with any of the options out there than they currently are now, and that's a real sad thing to say. It really is. Now, of course, I must stress that none of this should be taken as anything other than speculation and just talk about what could happen if Alton Towers was to be sold by Merlin Entertainments. There is no reason to believe that that is imminently going to happen, but it is something that I often see wrote on social media, on our videos, on our Facebook page, our Instagram page, on other pages and YouTube channels. People want to see change at Alton Towers. But sometimes the grass isn't always greener, and sometimes change is not always good. And it's difficult to see what the best course of action is for Alton Towers at this point in time. What I would love to see is the current operator or someone else to just throw money at it. But again, the risk for doing that is so high with no guarantee of it being a reward. Just not sure anyone's going to be willing to do that right now. And that is a real shame, especially with the state that the park is currently in. It does need a lot of investment, it does need a lot of improvements. And with Universal coming, we need a strong Alton Towers to compete with it. But also, we need Thorpe Park, Chessington and Legoland to also be at the top of their game for when Universal get here. And that is a big ask for Merlin to throw money at all of these properties and get them up there to a standard that we're going to see from Universal. So it's now time for me to pass this subject over to you. Do let me know in the comment section below what you think the future holds for Alton Towers. Do you see Merlin selling it? Do you want them to sell it? Who would you like to see in charge at Alton Towers in the future? And how do you think Alton Towers can compete with Universal once Universal opens in the UK? Do let me know in the comment section below. If you have enjoyed this video, please do leave it a like. It's a little thumbs up below. Please subscribe to Your Experience Guide. Many thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.